Hi, this is Jim Brown with Tech Clarity, and welcome to the web show where we ask industry experts some questions that you might not think to ask. Today, I'm joined by Paul Brown. He is a longtime industry expert. Paul, welcome.
Hi, Jim. Good to talk to you.
Today, we're going to talk about how companies can tell that they're ready to move to the cloud for product innovation, product development, engineering, and other related industrial software. You ready to get started, Paul? And I got to warn you, we've got a couple of little twists up our sleeve today. Paul, we've seen just a tremendous amount of increased interest in the cloud for engineering types of solutions, CAD, CAM, CAE, PLM, and others, more digital solutions. What do you think are some of the key signs that a company is ready to make the transition to the cloud?
Well, I think, Jim, the big thing here now is when people are looking at the current environment and their need to collaborate, that's one of the big triggers. Once you start recognizing that you're working with other companies, you've got people working at home remotely, once you start seeing that opportunity and that need to build up these communities of people together, that's when cloud technologies can really help you. And I think that's one of those flags that says, actually, really, you should be thinking hard about how can I bring this into my business.
Paul, what's your favorite web browser? I'll go first. Mine's Chrome.
Yeah, I'm using Chrome. I use Chrome pretty much all the time. Now and again, there are things pop up and say this is better off in Edge, but I always I'll try it in Chrome first just to see.
Paul, are there any red flags that say a company maybe shouldn't be taking their product innovation and engineering software into the cloud?
Well, I think there is the obvious red cloud which everyone jumps to straight away, which is I work on secure projects, I work military, and obviously that's one of those factors. That's just a fact. That's the business environment you're working in. But the other red flag, and I think is more important that companies can actually control themselves, is having a plan as to what they want to achieve with the cloud. If they're just talking about, I'm going there because that's the current trend. Everyone's talking about cloud. I need to be on the cloud. That's not really a good business reason. You've got to know, you've got to have a goal and a business goal as to why you're going to benefit from the cloud. Otherwise, it's just change for change's sake, and that's never it's never going to give you returns on investment that you want.
What was your first computer?
My first personal computer, the one we had at home, there was a company that was in the UK called Tiny. And when I look at technology now and how we all are interconnected, if I think about it, my first real, the work PC, that was the one when I first trained on CAD, that was, for those people that remember, there was a company called Digital Equipment Corporation, long time ago. And we had a VAX 11750. We had to put it into a separate room, air conditioned in our drawing office. It supported 4 workstations. And it cost the company, by the time they got the 4 workstations plus the hardware, it cost the company about $1 million for the hardware. So, and now we run technology on our laptops, on our phones, on our tablets, all connected through the web, running technologies using cloud technologies in our own sort of personalized environment that we have, without even thinking about it. And so the change over the years, and I think the other thing is I've always learned, I'm a proponent of you never say never. I remember in the old days saying you'd never run a CAD product on a laptop. Those sorts of conversations that you used to have, and it's like, everything is now becomes possible.
Well, thanks so much for joining me. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, both from a personal perspective, but from also a professional perspective. I always learn something new and love to share in your insights into the industry.
Brilliant. Thanks, Jim. Great to speak to you. And look forward to doing it again.
Thanks for joining the web show where we asked industry experts mostly the wrong questions. We had a lot of fun today and certainly looking forward to more of these. If you'd like to learn more about product innovation, product development, engineering, and other industrial software and how the cloud can really make that better, visit our sponsor, Siemens Digital Industries Software.